Hello everybody. It's been a couple weeks since I posted a video, and since I don't have a time schedule and I'm retired and can pretty much do what I want to do when I'm ready to do it, I figured I'd go ahead and post another one because things are happening. So let's talk about what's happening. The Antichrist is still in charge of the United States government. What's worse than giving Satan's partner? Well, actually, he's not the Antichrist. I need to apologize for that. He's the puppet of the Antichrist. And he's got control over the government and the Republican Party. They're bowing to his will. It's kind of strange as all these people that are supposedly intelligent and supposedly college educated and supposedly worldly bend to the will of a lying moron. But that's something that the people that voted for them have to deal with next election. Unfortunately, right now, we all have to deal with the stupidity and the consequences of it, which is kind of scary because we got the pandemic that is coming. At least I believe it's coming. And an ineffective government that's going to deal with it. What's worse is that they have gutted every essential government department. So it's going to make it rough to react in time. I mean, FEMA has had plenty of practice, but FEMA is reactive, not proactive. So that's not good for us. And can't just leave the Democrats out of the mix because they're weak, spineless cowards. They're not standing up for nobody, and they're not fighting for nobody. The progressive party is our only chance now if you actually have to work for a living. And the world is going down the toilet and going down the toilet quickly. So, we need to talk about things other than politics. We need to get down to how we're going to make it. So, to my people that have to work for a living, and I mean work, you don't get things handed to you like a lot of these people I see on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm not talking about all YouTubers either, but for the people that have to work for a living and have to worry about possibly surviving after our government is done screwing us over. Because you got to look and see what's really happening. If you have to work for a living, regardless to what party you're a part of, if you have to work for a living, the government doesn't care about you. And if they did, your income tax check would have gotten larger last year instead of smaller. No. But your income tax check got smaller. And healthcare would have gotten easier and cheaper if you have to work for a living, if your government cared about you. But it didn't get easier and cheaper. It got more expensive and harder. But their life got easier and cheaper. And they're multimillionaires. Do they need cheaper? No, we do. Okay, so now that little rant is over, I've got a granddaughter. She is so beautiful. My grandbaby is so smart, so sweet. She is such a good girl. And I love my grandbaby. I love my grandbaby. She's just great. I smile a little bit. And no, I don't have my teeth in right now. So, I want to leave something for her, or have something for her when the shit hits the fan. And I honestly and truly, with all of my heart, believe the shit is going to hit the fan. Doesn't take more than 10 minutes of looking to figure that out. So I'm going to buy me a piece of land. And I'm going to prepare it for off-grid living. And I'm going to teach mine how to survive straight up off the land. Because those are skills that are needed desperately. Because one way or another, this country is clearly on the path of doom. If not this country, this world. So we have to get ready. And if you need to prepare yourself for off-grid living and don't have a clue where to start, well, YouTube's got some really good videos to start training you. But you have to keep your eyes open, because there are a lot of people out there that talk a good game and don't know shit. So, I'm going to walk you through two things. One, excessively essential and real cheap. This is my number one survival pick. Not this brand of lighter or nothing like that, but fire. Fire, and the ability to make fire in several different ways. Learn them. Learn how to make fire. Learn how to use a fire stick. Get your couple packs of cheap lighters, cheap matches. Learn how to use a bow drill. You see, you can't cook without fire. You can't preserve your food well without fire. You can't stay warm without fire, which means hypothermia and death. And you can't prepare water without fire, unless you want to put a lot of chemicals in it. Fire, because you need water, you need food, so you have to have fire. Number one. Fire can also keep you safe at night in a lot of cases. But then again, in a lot of cases, fire can get you killed at night. But fire, number one. Number two, is this. Now, this is a pocket knife. Handy for a whole lot of stuff. Making weapons, stuff like that. You're not going to be able to fell a tree with it, but this is a full tang knife. It's my kukri. This knife, a kukri, notice I said that again, is handy. It's great. You can knock down trees, prepare. You can do what you need to with this, okay? And it's full tang. Let me get this over there. It's full tang. See how that goes all the way in, and it goes all the way into the handle. That's full tang. The blade and handle are one piece, and the piece that secures it into the handle is essentially part of the blade. That's full tang. I repeated myself there. That's what you need. That's what you need. It'll be true to you. You need a full tang knife. Get your knife will do if that's all you've got. Don't think just because you don't have any money you're not going to make it. You can. Sometimes you got to think out the box. A lot of times you got to think out the box because survival is thinking out the box. You need to start preparing yourself. It doesn't cost a lot of money to prepare yourself. Okay? Next time you're at the store, pick up a couple packs of matches or one of them nice boxes of matches and a couple lighters. Put them in one of your kids' old book bags, along with a pocket knife. And if you don't have the money if you've got a good knife, drop that in there. If you don't, drop a pocket knife in there. If you don't have that, drop a couple decent kitchen knives that are full tang, because a lot of kitchen knives are full tang. Drop them in a bag, along with a couple blankets and some Band-Aids, some antibiotic ointment. Call that your go bag, and just keep it there and slowly add to it when you can. Okay? The next thing you're going to want to add to it will be a knife sharpener. But we'll get back on that later on. That's my post today. Lanai, Pawpaw loves you.